from Bugeye guys, and today we're talking about ride height. And I wanted to make a video about this topic because it keeps coming up. If you look online at cars for sale from other sources, you'll often see them with all kinds of wacky stances. And this car, Righty, is particularly special in many ways, but the stance is what caught my eye when I drove this car yesterday, so I wanted to make a video for you folks. And it basically comes down to this gap right here at 12 o'clock. Does it look natural? I mean, if you look at the way the tire is in the arch of the fender, the nicest cars in sports car world or performance car world have a beautiful balance. And if you have a giant gap, in particular back here is where it's common, you start to lose that. You end up with this kind of, it's just not pleasing to the eye. So in the case of Righty, what's nice is that there is, I'm often using my fingers because I do so many of these. It's about 24.25 at 12 o'clock to the ground. And if you come to the back, does it look the same to you? Actually, it's a little bit higher here. You can see, if you look closely, it's actually 24 and roughly 9/16. So it's about a ½ inch taller in the back. And that's fine by me because the problem is if we go too low, you have a bump stop and a body, and when the bump stop hits the body, all the energy from a rear bump gets transmitted through this boot, the trunk area, and you just end up with a kabong. And you also lose traction, which isn't ideal for many reasons, but the ultimate goal is not to lower it so much that you lose ride quality and to keep it not so high that it looks funny. And that's what Righty represents, is the right balance of both. Let's take a quick look at this midget here, which is here for a bunch of work. And you'll see on this one, you should be able to see right away why I wanted to use this as an example. Here we have roughly, just crudely, this is a bunch of fingers. And then on this side, I can really only get 2 fingers in here. So we know that this car is going uphill. If we want to verify with the tape, it's 24.75 roughly. And then in the back, it's 23. So it's like 2 inches difference. That's when it starts to be a problem, when it's that noticeable. A little bit higher, not ideal, but you can live with it. In the case of this car, this is a half elliptical spring. Remember, the Bugeye is just half of the archer's bow, a quarter elliptical spring. These are half elliptical, so the full archer's bow. And the issue here may just be that we need to lower the front end. And we sell a kit in our parts catalog for all of these sprites and midgets that will allow you to drop the spring slightly and bring the front end down. And this way we would leverage this nice line in the back with a better looking front. And it could be because of so many things. So all of this discussion today, many, many variables that can enter into the equation. Spring wear in the front, spring wear in the back, asymmetry of the springs. All this is unfortunately a problem in our universe. You don't always get, you'd like to think you get 2 new springs, they're both an identical match. It never works that way. So you have to compensate for all of these things. So we have another good example here. And then if we come over to this car, this is a car that we're building. It's just sort of getting started, all painted, beautiful stripes. The master cylinder and the hydraulics are in, but it's really just being roughed out. And these are just work wheels. This is an old tire. We needed to put some wheels on it to roll it around, so don't worry about that. But this is close to what it will have eventually. And that's one other issue is tire and wheel size. We're a big fan of 13-inch wheels. Some people want more low-profile tires, which increases the gap here, and that can accentuate the problem. So check this one out, though. Here, we were at about 24 on the other cars, and this one is at 28.75. It's 4 inches too high. What happened? So now we have to look and see what's going on. Is it a leaf spring issue? Is it a tire and wheel issue? Or in the case of this car, what I believe it is that the spring box, when this car was all rebuilt, we didn't do the restoration, we just painted the car. I don't think the spring box is in exactly the right orientation, which has impacted the ride height. So now we have to compensate for that with the tools that we have available, which will be manipulating the leaf spring. We'll either use wedges or we'll disassemble the leaf spring and move the leaves to custom build that spring to draw this body down. So this is a work in progress. Now, again, it looks terrible right now. Cool fender flares, beautiful paint job, horrible wheel gap. But again, for us, that's just a temporary thing. When we get to it, it will get addressed. And you'll see this car in the coming months on our site and on our videos as we work on that and all the other pieces of the agreement. So in summary, I just wanted to invite you to enjoy. Righty is for sale on our website, at least when this video is being made, so you can take a look at it there for more still pictures. And I wanted people to be a little bit more conscious of these challenges that we face with ride height and the value of how nice they make the cars look when you get it right. We have the parts to work this stuff out in our product catalog, and you can feel free to call us too, and we'll help you get it right for your car. Thanks for watching from Bugeye, guys.